get some money. Every day we blowing gas. Every day we in the mall. Every day we blowing cash. I do this every day. Every day I do this shit. It's just an ordinary day. Every day I get some money. Every day we blowing gas. Every day we in the mall. Every day we blowing cash. I do this every day. Every day I do this shit. It's just an ordinary day.
Yeah, you already know, man. It's your boy Face from Flight School TV. I'm here with my boy Kelo. You already know how we rockin', man. And one of the reasons that I had to stop by and holler at you, we at River Oaks inside Denim. That's where he posts up at the moment to do all his work. So if you need custom work done, make sure you come holler at him. But what made me want to come sit down with you was when I walked past the store. Before I saw anything, I saw your work. You feel me? And that made me come into the store.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you did a shirt for me once, and I never seen nobody do artwork like the way you do it. Like you do it in your own way. So before we get too far into talking about like the artwork that you do, like let's tell our viewers your story. You know what I'm saying? Let's start with the story from the beginning. Like, what part of the city you from?
Man, you know, I'm originally from a little kid from Chicago, man, South Side. You know, I was born on 79th and Green. You know, I done lived all through here from the West Side to Gary. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, but I'm originally born and raised. You know, my grandparents, my mom, you know, I'm from 79th and Green. You know, I done lived in Dalton, Riverdale, them areas, South Suburbs, South Side, everywhere, man.
So growing up, how was your upbringing? Like, you had both parents in the home. Was y'all struggling? I mean, like, how was your upbringing?
Well, my upbringing, you know, it was, you know, to me, I guess it was regular, just a child from Chicago, you know, a little bastard child, I guess, you know. But, you know, you don't know you ain't living right, but you know, I grew up a single parent, you know, mom, you know, me and my brother for a while, you know, and then I did actually have a stepfather, you know, and he installed a lot of great things in me in my life, you know, and I'm grateful for that. But you know, as a whole, you know, I kind of grew up just a little guy, you know, kind of, you know, misguided and lost, you know, but I was an artist, you know, and
that's what I wanted to ask you, like, at what point in your life did you realize like you had a passion for art? Like what age or what grade was you in school where you was like, man, art is something that I want to pursue? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did you realize that you had a gift?
Yeah, like I said, you know, I grew up with the struggle, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was born on 79th Street. You know, my father, you know, he was on drugs, and my mom, you know, she did what she did. So, you know, art was kind of like a talent from God. You know, I believe that helped me embrace myself and love myself and just live. You know, have like life. You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of all I had to hold on to for as a child. Right. And you know, I used to stay in, you know, get in trouble. And, you know, it wasn't like the internet days now, iPhone, we on the phone.
Yeah. World style.
Yeah, we was hurting already, so when you got on punishment and your mama got on you, you in the room, nigga, ain't no TV, ain't no nothing, you got a pen and paper. I made the best out of what I did, and it kind of made me have a talent, you know, and a passion for something. And
so okay, so you can you pinpoint it to a certain age? Or a certain like school year where you was like, man, I'm kind of good at this?
Yeah, it was more like when I kind of got into, you know, really all through school I was always good. Like the teachers would always tell me I had a talent.
Like starting at like what year?
Maybe about 7th, 8th grade.
Like 7th, 8th grade.
Getting kind of serious when you got art class for real. And they teach you real mediums and ways of sketching and stuff like that. That's when I kind of synced it. Like, oh, I could do this. But before like school and all that, you know, I grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So we watching Ninja Turtles, you know what I'm saying? I'm drawing, you know, all that. You feel what I'm saying?
See, the thing,
Thundercats.
The thing that I always think about is like growing up in these areas in Chicago where we from, we don't really have too many role models to follow that'll lead us on a positive path. But somehow you found inspiration in yourself to distance yourself from a certain lifestyle to do what you're doing now?
Yeah.
What sparked that change? Because everybody, especially around your era, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was heavy in the streets, doing y'all thing. What kind of got you away from that?
Like I said, I had a son early too in life, man, and when I had my son, it was kind of like I was outside in the streets already, and me and my friends, we was doing our thing. We had a block, you know what I'm saying? We was doing our thing on the block. I ain't gonna say what we was doing or whatever. That's too much information, but you know, we had kind of made a name for ourselves doing that. So it's like I kind of had a lot of hustle in me, and I had a lot of ambition, and I kind of wasn't really scared of nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of pushed me to have no fear. It kind of pushed me to do whatever to survive.
Right.
But I had that talent, and I had some friends. You know what I'm saying? I used to be on the block, and they was a band. It was a band called Zaze, and they used to always come through, and while they come slide on me, I'll be at the table drawing or something. And one time they tried to hook me up with Hallmark. And they showed Hallmark my work.
The Hallmark card.
Hallmark cards, you know, like for greeting cards.
Yeah, greeting cards, yeah, Valentine's
like
Day and all that. Right.
This was like my first real opportunity. I was about 18 years old, 19 years old.
So you was 18 to 19 and talking to Hallmark.
Yeah, man. I was taking care of myself, man. You know, I had, like I said, me and my homie, we had our little block, and we was doing our thing, so we thought we was grown,
Right,
we was grown. We take care of ourselves.
Right.
But mentally we wasn't. But, so it was a learning process. But, like I said, my friend them came through, but I was so heavy still in the streets, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't see how can you maintain just drawing pictures.
Right. Because sometimes if you don't have somebody to look at and say, oh, he did it.
Yeah.
You don't have the blueprint.
Yeah.
You don't know like what's you know you talented, but you don't know how to take it to the next step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it seems like you found your niche.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I noticed that you done work with a lot of artists. I mean, famous people from Chicago, across the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not asking you to pump your chest or, you know what I'm saying, say you the GOAT. But I mean, I do want to acknowledge some of your accomplishments of some of the people that you have worked with.
Yeah.
Like, can you throw out a couple names that you done work with and that you done did work for?
Man, I like I said, I started this off a while ago, man. I'm like kind of like a trailblazer as a shorty with the fashion, like before, I'm from Chicago, so like when the people I looked up to, it was leaders, it was fly,
right. Dave, Jeff, and Diego, and Corey.
Yeah, I see them have stores and they doing the thing, and everybody in Chicago wasn't like urban, man. Everybody went hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up in the last of the Mohegans, you feel me, man? I grew up in a generation where it was gang banging.
Yeah.
But some people was hip hop, like you wore Timberlands, nigga, what's wrong with you, nigga? How your tongue flipping over on your shoe like that? You know what I'm saying? That nigga style, you know what I'm saying? I was still trying to break dance, draw. I wanted to be hip hop, like
right.
I'm looking at New York people. You know
that's part of your influence then, like hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop.
And graffiti.
That's always been my influence. You know what I'm saying? So
I can see that. I can actually see that in a lot of your work, like the graffiti type of art stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the way you put your spin on it is what caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, like I know you done a lot of work for a lot of people in the city and throughout the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are some of the people that you done work for and work with?
Like right now, recently, I'm working with. I just actually did some stuff for Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? I did a little sketch for him real quick. But throughout the city, man, I done worked with everybody from R. Kelly to Bump J to Lupe Fiasco to man.
I think you said
Twister. They all support me, man. Like Chicago, they always showed me love. Like I said, I started off in one of the hottest urban stores in Chicago. First of all, I started off at Velvet Blues. Shout out to them. They gave me a lane to run through.
Right. So
there, I went.
Let's rewind. Let's rewind for our viewers and get back to the early beginnings. You know what I'm saying? So you was around the age of 18 and 19 when you was trying to negotiate with Hallmark and try to do something with them.
Yeah.
But then how did that end up panning out?
that kind of went sour for me because I still kind of had one foot in the street,
Right, you
and
could.
one foot trying to,
Right, trying to balance it out.
because I'm looking at TV, I'm looking at people, and I'm thinking this is how you gonna make it, you gonna survive this way, but that wasn't what my plan was.
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So God took me down a whole nother lane.
So at what point in time, if you can pinpoint it to a year or something like that, like an era, you know what I'm saying? Like, when did you get your first like break? Like, somebody gave you an opportunity to showcase your art.
My first break was I started off in the Lark. It's like one of the hottest urban hip hop stores in Chicagoland.
Yeah, like, hey, if you don't know about the Lark, that back in the day, that was the spot to be at. Like, everybody shopped at the Lark. All the D-boys, anybody with money, everybody used to shop at the Lark back in the day.
And that's where I kind of got introduced to a lot of the rappers and a lot of the guys. You know, they'll see me and they're doing my thing because they put me on blast. You know, Chicago, and back then it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really had to show me what you got, man. It's real, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the front of the store, you know, the hood real. They coming in there with pictures, man, do this Kelo right here, right now. I bet you can't do this.
Yeah, they put you right there. They put you right there on the spot.
But
that's a Chicago thing.
Yeah,
we gonna see if you are what you say you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Chicago just moves like that.
Move like that. It is.
So your first opportunity really was given to you by the Lark and putting you in the front of the store.
Yeah, and the Lark was like a popular store, so it was like a brand name that kind of helped me push me.
Right.
And then at the time, you know, it was like R. Kelly and them, they supported me. Bump J had come through, guys with shirts and stuff, you know, stay in contact with me. It was even like, look, Young Bird, man, it was a gang of people. It was like a movement that was starting, you know what I'm saying? And then Keith and Durkee and them came around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just is a whole movement. And then I was even working with people from, shout out to Shawty Low, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gorilla Black, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wacko Skip, you know what I'm saying? My list, it go on and on. I had a lot of love and support, and that's what kind of
So just so we don't miss any steps, so the Hallmark deal kind of went sour because you had one foot in the streets, one foot in the art, and you was trying to find balance. Then you ended up in the Lark, which was amazing opportunity for you because it started to give you access to all these customers that would come in, like these big name rappers or D-boys that would drop bags of money. They would see your work in the Lark, and then they would shop with you and continue a relationship with you after that. So after the Lark, what was next after that? Just continuing on the story. So don't skip no steps.
Man, after the Lark, it was like man, it's a long story, but you know, around that time it was like 106 in Park and all that stuff was out. So I had took a trip to Florida. So I was out there in Florida and Orlando for a little while. I was with a DJ named Pro Style. You know, and
I heard of Pro Style.
Yeah, they all helped me out, you know, and so I was in Florida doing my thing in a store called Platinum Wear, you know, and they helped me out. So from there I went to, it's just been a long journey, man. I've been through a lot of stores, man. You know, the Lark, I kind of did most of all the urban stores in Chicago, man.
That's what's up.
Like I was in the Lark, I was in Briars, you know what I'm saying? They was wearing 150s.
Briars was the lick.
Yeah, so
that was the spot.
I was at where you supposed to be.
Yeah, everywhere you were supposed to be.
Man, I'm in there, Tony Sports, you know what I'm saying? JB, you know, I'm rocking with everybody else.
See, now that you brought that up, Tony Sports is something, is a place that a lot of people bring up during my interviews. Like, if I interview anybody in the fashion world, and you know what I'm saying, maybe they own a clothing line or got a consignment store, for Tony Sports is always a reference.
Yeah.
What was Tony Sports to you back in the day? What do you remember Tony Sports being?
Man, it was one of the spots too, man. It was kind of, you know, he was up and coming too, trying to do his thing, you know, and trying to, you know, but he was a small mom and pop spots, but he was everywhere. But he really supported you. He supported you. And when I came in, he showed me love, took my shirts, put them up there, but they were selling them. The girls in the store used to be cool, you know. Man, all that shit was going.
So Tony Sports was like a big deal in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm noticing because a lot of people that came from working in Tony Sports or working with Tony Sports in some way, them branched out, and then now they doing major things. Like 10 years later, they doing major things. A lot of them, including yourself, with you know what I'm saying, with what what your art representing and how you doing it.
Yeah, that's why I try to support other people, man, and show love. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we ain't got enough of. You know, everybody finds some. I can find a lot of stuff about a lot of people. I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? They can do the same with me.
Right.
But your talent or you putting your grind, I look at people way different. You know what I'm saying? Because it take a lot of sacrifice. I know what I'd have been through to do what I'm doing, man. I've been homeless 12 times probably in the last 15 years trying to do this, but I get out the mud and rip. But it ain't because I'm slow or I'm stupid. It's just because I didn't have no guidance. Like I said, you know, my story really is real long, man. But, you know, man, it just kept me going, man. Like I said.
Yeah, but that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in your struggle because somewhere in the world right now, you might not know, but somebody view this video and might be going through something that you went through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that's on your mind, I definitely hope the spirit bring that out of you right now, you know what I'm saying, to speak on that, because at the same time, it's a lot of people out here that's trying to chase their dreams and they running into barriers, you know what I'm saying, but your determination and your sacrifices that you was willing to make ended up, you know what I'm saying, paying off and it's continue to pay off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what were some of the like hardest times that you done had to deal with trying to just break through and get your name out there?
Like the hardest time when I was in the beginning. You know, now I'm kind of more solid, you know, setting concrete and stone, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a kind of a foundation. I know who I am. But in the beginning, I didn't know who I was. First of all, I didn't have a father, nobody to guide me through life to tell me what life was about, let alone come out and be an artist and have self-esteem up here.
Right, that's a lot of us.
And you got all these people out here ain't got no self-esteem, don't know who they is. They gonna put you down for whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Dog you out. So I had to learn how to fight against that and just, you know what I'm saying, be me. But, you know, any advice that I can have for somebody like that, man, is just to keep going, man. You know,
don't stop.
Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going, because you know you never know. And be grateful.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Every opportunity is an opportunity. Everything. Just be grateful for the small as well as the big. You know what I'm saying? When you get the big, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of life, kind of just, it's all the same. You know
all right. Now we done got your story out the way. We done talked about that, man, and I hope a lot of our viewers can pull something from that, you know what I'm saying? Because Kelo is a solid dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I vouch for him, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I made sure that it was my duty to come in here, showcase his work and what he do, because it's not just off of friendship or a relationship. It's strictly off his talent, because the man is cold, you feel me? Like, the work that you do is cold. So you do, like, what exactly do? You do canvas?
Yeah, I do mural work, canvas work, customized t-shirts. I'm working on my cartoon, you know, that 3D animation cartoon I'm working on, man. As far as a comic book that's coming out, you know, but you know, I'm a designer, you know, it just didn't come from the streets. I went to school, everything for this, you know, so I speak the language, you know, I draw flats, I draw croquis, you know what I'm saying? I actually do fashion shows, you know, I went to school
see,
for this, you know?
That's, you gotta, so you went to, what school did you attend?
I went to International Academy of Design and Technology, and then I went to Columbia College too. Once I got into this game, you know, just to, you know, brush up on stuff and learn. Like, I went to Columbia for animation, you know, so, and I went to International Academy of Design for fashion. So I had to learn the language, and it introduced me to a lot of people too, you know. So, like I said, it's been a long road, man. I ain't new to this, I'm true to this.
Yeah, I feel that.
So this is what I do. But
so,
like this right here is just the painted t-shirts. What I do, I do pop-up shops in different stores. Like right now I'm in Denver clothing store, you know. Shout out to River Oaks.
Yeah, shout out to Denver, River Oaks, that's where we at right now. And if you don't know, you need to be here for anything exclusive, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the exclusive drop, they got everything in here. Hudson, Reason, you know, they got the spray ground backpacks, they got everything in here that you need. That's just to let y'all know that part, but back to the work that we was talking about.
Come get that Kelo.
Yeah, come get that Kelo work, you feel me? So, like, these shirts, there's some good quality shirts that you use.
Yeah, man, shout out to Jordan Craig, man. They sponsored me up on this demo.
Yeah,
they got a good quality, man. I like the way they manufacture it.
So, like, with my audience, I'm gonna try to capture the detail that's in your work, but it's so much detail that's in your work. Like, so how do you design your shirts? Like, what are you using?
It's kind of like a acrylic.
Acrylic,
like plastic. You know, it's so many mediums that I use. I use kind of like 3 or 4 of them, and I mix it together.
Yeah, cause it seemed like some on like certain parts it look like it's airbrush, then some look like it's paint, then some, know what I'm saying, like it looked like like you do a mixture of some of everything, but it just come together well. You feel me?
Thanks, man. Yeah, because I apply all the mediums. Like I said, what I learned from school and everything, I kind of put it all together, and I was branding myself. So, you know, like being an artist is kind of like, it's a lot of people that draw and they're artists, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like basically being an artist is like having your own style.
Right.
So, you know, me, Kelo, the original Life Grind Hustle, you know, basically this is my style. So when you look at me, look at the work without seeing Kelo, I just want you to be able to know that's my work.
Right, cause that's like I said, when I was walking past the store one day, that was one of the first things that caught my eye. Like, damn, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Because your art stand out. It don't remind me of anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and today, that's rare. Because we live in a copycat era where everything sound alike, everything look alike. You know what I'm saying? But what you doing, and we gonna showcase the art. We gonna show some footage of some of his art. But know what I'm saying? What you doing is dope. Know what I'm saying? So, like, what surface? Like, if somebody wanted you to paint something for them, do you do that, or do you just stick to? I'm talking about like canvas, you know what I'm saying? Like do a painting, or do you just stick to like, okay, I'll just do the shirts? Like how far do you spread yourself when it comes to your art?
Oh yeah, man, it ain't really no limit when it comes to this art. You know, I do sculptures, paintings, I stretch the canvas. You can get your canvas stretched as big as you want. You know, I do realistic art, abstract art. This is my urban style, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is my Kelo style. You know, this is my original style, you know.
But you are able to switch it up.
Yes, sir.
So if somebody wanted to hire you, if they see your work and like, man, this one of a kind, I never seen nothing like this, and they wanted you to do a mural, let's just say in their basement, in their man cave, you will be available to do something like that.
Yeah. And if you I always post a lot of that work on my Instagram too, man. I have mural work. Actually, I painted denim store for them.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I get some footage of that too.
Yeah, I had painted a lot of the urban stores too back in the day too. You know, I painted Belvedere Blues. I painted most of the stores that I was in too. You know, like Dressed and Press, all them stores. Yeah.
So you good with the spray paint?
Yeah, I do murals, and I'm good with the can.
You good with the brush and the can?
Yeah. I try to tap into every medium, but what I love to do is this pen and this brush. So you know, I love the live draw. You know,
right.
I love that more than the computer. You know,
right?
But it's not the computer nowadays. You have to learn. So I do graphic design. You know, Illustrator. You know.
Okay, so. Just so we can have the people reach you that want to contact you after they see your work, after they see this interview. Can you give the people your information, whether it's your social media, email, or how can people contact you?
Yeah, man, you can contact me through social media, and it's Kelo Original, Kelo Original, ORIGINAL at Instagram. Or you can look me up on Facebook. My real name, Keelan Fortier, Keelen, last name Fortier, Fortier, and that's at Facebook. Or you can call me too, you know, area code 708-566-0924.
Hey, and just like that, if you didn't know, now you know. Yeah. Face from Flight School TV right here with my man Kelo. And just like that, we out.
Out of here.